In this video, I'm going to explain you how or why basically you are still unhealthy, even though you know that you are, and even though you know that there is a risk of dying earlier, and you are aware of it and you want to change, but in the end, you do nothing for it. In this video, I will explain you not, some structures or systems or tools. I will explain you the psychology of human beings, why we just simply stick to this unhealthy schedule and stick to the roots, and in the end, how you can destroy it. So please, if you are unhealthy right now, if you want to change, or if you are right now starting out your journey, please watch this video. This video is for you, and after this video, you have something to grab for, and you will have something, you can use to accomplish the things you want. Okay, my name is Jas Visser and I own a health coaching agency. So we help entrepreneurs to get healthy on a day-to-day basis. I have a customized AI. I work with a lot of scientists and specialists in the health niche to optimize and perfectionize health for entrepreneurs. And therefore, I'm qualified to explain you the phenomenon of why people just can't get this done on their own, or why they just feel that they can't do it. So basically, it is easy to explain. People think they are not worth it deep inside of themselves. That is the root of everything. It is the self-worth. But now, modern, Instagram, social media, YouTube, they display this, self-love and self-worth in a terrific way. They display people who are visibly not healthy or not happy with their body. They display them as self-love, and they smile, and then you saw all of these, I don't know, no shame on overweight people, but you saw all of these overweight people who always smile, even though you can see they are uncomfortable in their body, and they are the ones who follow this body positivity tribe. And I can tell this to you, there is a difference between this self-love and actually self-worth. If you feel worth it to, improve yourself, to be healthy, to, to do the stuff you want to do, to, once again, feel good by looking in the mirror and saying, this is me, then don't fake it. Please, don't fake it. Our deepest root has this, coping strategies like, yes, I'm good enough and I'm great enough, but why are you right now not good enough? Basically because you hate yourself. You wake up, you feel miserable, you do not want to do anything, and you feel bad about yourself. Then don't say, yeah, I'm good enough. You clearly are not. And that's the point where everyone needs to crack. I see this in the gym niche. Or I don't know, 90 or 95% of people who are, shredded, looking good, all of these people had this one crack moment. They had trauma, they were, I don't know, bullied for their overweight, or because they were skinny at school. They had trauma with, their family, or with breakup, that the ex-partner said that they are not good enough, this breaking point. And if you don't have it, it is so hard to, start the things, to actually work on it. Because it doesn't make real sense, Strategically, what I want to tell you is, being healthy is, harder to do than being unhealthy. Eating healthy food is harder to than eating unhealthy food in the moment. Working out is harder to do than, watching TV while you could have went to the gym, or something like that. That is all hard to do. And what I want to tell you there is, yes, in the moment it's harder to do. In the moment it's harder to do. But think of the progress you make, the things you will get, and the life quality you will get after accomplishing that. For example, I am working 60, 70, 80 hours per week, and I still to the gym 6 times a week. And if I have a lot of work to do, I do not cut out my gym sessions, because when I go to the gym, I feel better after that. I feel more clarified, more energized, and better. But I only can do this because I went to the gym for 3, 4, 5 years in a row, consecutive, 4, 5 times a week, every single week. And when you do this too, when you understand that this long-term thinking should make click for you. That's why I teach, entrepreneurs, because they have this long-term thinking vibe. Or if had to study for a degree that was hard work, but in the end you get a salary. That is all the same thing. And you need to train this muscle. That is literally what health is. You need to train this muscle of delayed gratification. If you don't do it, then, well, basically you will fail throughout the journey. Because A, you do not have fun, B, you do not see, instant gratification, and then you switch out and order pizza again and binge eat and, watch all of this stupid stuff again. So how can we destroy it, and how can we actually, be healthy? And even though, we are now unhealthy and we want to start out, and it is so hard. Yeah, it is so hard in the beginning. And everyone had the starting point. I had the starting point too. I started when I was 14 years with this journey. Before this, funny story, I was quite a semi-pro in handball. So I was in the academy for handball. I was a goalkeeper, and I had to decide if I want to go to this academy university that was 2 or 3 hours driving or travel time from my home, or if I play in my regional club that is very low rated. And then I quit it, and then I start with the gym. And in the beginning, I didn't like it, and then first girlfriend, first breakup, and then it channeled through. You had this bad sessions, this good sessions, and then you first of all see the progress, and now it's my routine. Now it's good. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, then you haven't really felt it. But that's why you are here, why you're watching this. If you are unhealthy and your life is good, you are blessed. Really, you are blessed. If you have a great family, great, love, great job, great business, you are blessed. And you're still unhealthy, you're blessed. But let me tell you this, you will be so much better, or you will feel so much better when you are healthy and you have all of that. Think of it. What would a life be with, you don't need a six pack, or you don't need, 225 pounds of lean body mass. You don't need it. But just being healthy, have healthy blood work, and be flexible, be mobile, be energized. This is what health is, not the shredded pump, because all of these bodybuilders are unhealthy too. They have horrible hormonal system and horrible blood work. And they are on steroids. So not these people, not this type of healthy. Just being healthy. It will upper your life quality so much. And think of this, you have 3 pillars: your relationship, your work, and your health. And if you now level up this one, these 2 categories will benefit too. If you have great relationships, your work will feel so much easier, because you feel better, and then you are attracted to good stuff, and then you work better. And this is the advice what you need to do, or what you should do, if you want to be healthy and you think you can't. And the reason for that, or why you can't do it, there are 3 main factors why you can't do it. A, your environment. B, your consumption. And C, your self-worth. Sorry, yeah, I'm back again. Yeah, the first thing is your environment. Your physical, your digital, your social, and your private environment. The physical environment, what you do, what you have. If you have only, sport equipment in your house, if you have a big house with stairs, if you need to go a lot of steps, or if you have a lot of gym equipment, or if you have a treadmill nearby your desk, or if you have a standing desk, healthy decisions are made by your environment and through habitualization. When you do it on a habitual basis, waking up, then the cold shower, then you walk as a habit. While you walk, you instead of only checking mails, you now check your mails while you walk, and this habit stack up, and then instead of having the power nap, you go to the gym in the through the midday. After that, you have lunch, but you don't go to I don't know, you don't order by DoorDash because you prepped all your food in the morning. This is how you are healthy. This is how you go to be healthy. And I preach this every video nearly, or every video I talk about how to become healthy. Fix the environment, fix the people you are around with. When you are only around, people who are smoking, drinking alcohol, or eating bad food all the time, then you can't win in the beginning. Right now, for example, it's okay for me. My girlfriend doesn't eat clean every time. My family doesn't do it, and they look at me and they ask for advice, ask for blood work, supplements, all of that stuff, and how I could improve my food. They now start to ask me, but it took 3 to 4 years. Before that, I nearly had to go full isolation, buy my groceries on my own, had their own refrigerator, and only eat the stuff on my own. And if you have a partner now, or a friend, a good friend, for example, your gym buddy, who is open and loves to talk with you about the gym, about nice healthy food, about healthy food spots, about nutrition tracking, that it gets casual and it gets deep in your subconscious that this is normal for you, because the first or the biggest problem that you face in the beginning is that this healthy lifestyle is not normal for you, and we as human beings want to do things that are normal for us, because we think that when things are normal for us, they are normal for everyone, and we are social animals, so we want to do normal stuff. So when we now do all this stuff all over again, because we are, habitual animals, when we repeat the cycle of eating healthy or being in a healthy relationship, in a healthy environment, with healthy people, have only, have no sweets around, or no bad food, or have all of your meal prepped every single morning. When you do all of that stuff in your environment, you can't lose. That's you can't lose when you have the food prepped, when you have the people around you who support you, and when you need to eat. What do you want to eat if there is only healthy food in the refrigerator? Of course, the first 3 days will be horrible, but after that it will be so much better. So that's the first thing. So your whole environment needs to change, and not dramatically. Now you need to log in and do all of that stuff. No, step by step. Talk to your partner. Talk to a friend. That's the first step I would do. I didn't do it, but if I would start all over again, I would do this. Talk to a friend or to my partner, or to a family member who you can trust. Talk to them and say, yeah, I want to be healthy. And then you tell them that you want to eat healthy, and maybe they, want to support you, join you, and cook some food with you, eat some food, look out for healthy food. And then you get this experience and you try it out. And then you slightly cut out the bad food, the unhealthy food that is not now your journey right now, and you add up the healthy food that is now your journey, and then you get this short wins. You look in the mirror every single morning, you add your weight every single morning, and you see the scale dropping, and then everything is nice. Everything is nice. So that is how you actually operate. But but the next thing, the consumption thing, is the thing that makes it easier or harder for you. Consumption means dopamine detox. I talk about this every single time, or basically every single time, and I mean it. If you consume social media all day long, watch YouTube all day long, watch movies all day long, play video games all day long, smoke, drink alcohol, consume high sugary or not optimal food, and if you watch nasty films all day long, this will be so much harder for you. The tasks you do, you might feel this in work too, the tasks you do are low dopaminergic. They are low in your reward system. Checking email, answering to an email is rewarding, but lower than, scrolling on TikTok for the same amount of time. That's a fact. And eating a high sugary or, a food from a fast food chain that is literally crafted to, stimulate or maximize the stimulation of your dopaminergic system is, way more rewarding than some meat with eggs. That is a fact. But once you cut all of these high levels out and replace them by the low levels, and you maintain this low area your whole day, your whole life, everything will be easier, because now the healthy stuff, the email checking is your reward system. And when you now play video games again, you will feel overstimulated and you will feel bad, okay? But of course, to drop down, you will feel horrible. Try it out. Try out tomorrow or today. I don't know what time it is. If you watch this in the morning, try it out today. No phone, no video games, no social media, no drinking, no sugar, no gluten. Just eat fat, just eat meat, fruits, eggs, and that's it. Meat, eggs, fruits, and sweet potato. Just eat that, and no nasty videos. So basically no screen time besides of your work if you have to do this on your screen, and read and spend time outside and go to the gym. So you need to replace your dopaminergic system or your dopaminergic your dopamine rewards. You need to basically replace them, through reading, there you get a reward, working, you get a reward, recording video, you get a reward, reading, I said that, sorry, listening to binaural beats, you get a reward, going to the gym, you get a reward, walking, you get a reward, journaling, you get a reward, writing, you get a reward. So this low level, doing something with your friends, all of that. And when you replace this, in the beginning it feels weird, it feels horrible, but then suddenly after 1 week or something like that, it gets normal for you. And would you have one horrible week and have a wonderful, low stimulated and grateful life after that? Or would you still be in this high dopaminergic that you need the high sugar food and the double screens and the nasty videos to even feel something good? What do you want to do? Then please trade off this one horrible week. In the next video or in 1 or 2 videos, I will again break down my current dopamine detox. I have one in my program, but I personally right now do something different. So there is a difference between the first dopamine detox and the dopamine detox I do right now, because my dopaminergic systems are quite low, but not at the lowest point. I watch movies in the evening, I play video games with my girlfriend in the evening, but only for 1-2 hours a week. Sometimes 5 hours a week or 6, but not more. And once it is so low, the dopamine detox needs to be a little bit different. So I will make video. And the last thing was self-worth. That's something everyone struggles with, and I can tell this to you, confidence comes with it, and confidence is something that only is made through action and through, actual success. And that's something I struggle with too, because I have high goals and I didn't hit it right now, so I do not feel this confidence. For example, I am 19, I turn 20 in 2 weeks, and my goal is to have 100k in my bank account at the age of 20. That is basically what I want. In my personal bank account, not business cash flow, that stuff. So paid out money in my bank account post-tax. That's what I want. And that's basically what I need to do next year. and therefore I need to earn a lot of money, because I thrive for cash flow and I want to minimize my salary but I want to hit score, and therefore, my self-worth is not that low. But every time I do the action, every time you eat the clean food, every time, you stop watching the nasty videos, you stop grabbing your phone, you stop eating unhealthy food, every time you decide to do things that help you to reach your goal, every time you see your goal, every time you do the things that help you with your goal, that builds confidence, and that builds, self-worth. You only can look in the mirror and say, this is me. For example, I'm Justice Visser. I can say this in the mirror without laughing, because I know I have a to-do list every single day. I write it down and I do the stuff, and I only finish the day when this stuff is finished. And it is not easy all the time, and you will fail and you will cry sometimes, but this is how you build self-worth. Not with just saying it, with doing the action. And if you don't do some action after watching this video, if some bloody soul watched this whole video, thank you for that. Basically, thank you. And if not, it's okay too. I will not stop making these videos. But please do the things I told you. Environment, your hormonal system. That's it. And then you can get healthy. Then you can start with your health journey, and then life will be so much easier. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.